they finish their qualification because they feel that
they
will not find a proper opportunity in the market.
Right. From what we are seeing now, the economic scene, the integrated growth requires a new generation, like you mentioned, of human resources with adequate level of high quality education, health services, and work circumstances that would later on lead to increased productivity. So how do you think the government is going to integrate the informal sector into economy to help this sector support the economic activities and even at times when growth rates are failing or falling rather, not failing?
What they are doing now or what they are supposed to do?
What they are doing now in order to see the outcome in the future. I'm
not sure what they are doing now, frankly speaking, but
do you have an idea what could be done in the future?
What I would recommend, if you have a downturn of economy, you should make like an incubator for small and medium organizations. You have to focus on technical training. Okay, you have to open projects that concept this technical training, need this technical training. Also, you can make agreement with different countries to attract working capabilities from Egypt outside. Like if you're sending resources to Russia or sending resources to Germany and so on, like an exchange of grants. Okay, so this population can find an opportunity outside to work. We can ask other organizations or entities in Egypt that they are having enough fund. Say every company should have like 5 or 10% of their employees to be like covering specific unemployed rate, like women's, like handicaps or specially qualified people in order to make an R&D. We can ask big companies to open an R&D investment like 5% of their portfolio in order to attract younger scientists from different universities on Egypt. We can make that or encourage foreign investment when they open in Egypt, that they should have a specific amount of Egyptian employment. At the same time, this foreign investment will ask for a specific qualification. So different concerning institutes or stakeholders like Ministry of Education or universities and so on should provide this technical requirements and training. Now we are promoting to have Russian language in our education. This is good.
After
but
the Russian visit?
Why you don't open a specific training centers with organization with Russia and other countries like France, Germany, Italy and China to promote their education and have a separate or a parallel education program plus your program, instead of depending on the preparatory and primary school, because this will take time and you cannot assure the quality of the education. Why you cannot ask for a grant for your students? You have a very good qualified students. Why you cannot encourage the grants for your student to go out? Remember that the issue of Abdel Nasser, one of the reasons that we have developed quickly in the qualification, human qualification, that we focus on the exchange of students grants, that we send our students to Russia, to France, to UK, and different other countries to take masters, to take PhDs and so on, and come back to Egypt. We should increase this number, and we should make these people working in the proper places, not to go for archiving.
In other words, you need to include those elements or those targets in the economic reform programs. In other words, we need to not limit the economic reform progress to a program only to attract the foreign investment, but to expand to support the social security, for example, networks, the educational file and the health file and all the services to the citizens in order to be able to graduate another generation that is capable of productivity.
This is true because economy is serving the society. So if you are focusing on a part niche of the society, which is like the rich people or the foreigner people in Egypt, this means that you are neglecting the rest of the society. This means here that you are focusing on a specific group and the rest of the people will be poor. and this was not looking for. We have made 2 revolutions because of this. So we should not repeat the same mistake. We should be fair. We should encourage the economy to serve all of the society with different
But
demands.
at the end of the day, it's not going to pump life again into the economic environment of a country.
This is
Without,
true.
I mean, lifting all sectors, not only
Society,
particular ones.
security, economy, political stability, all of these are integrated system. We are speaking about a state, complete
Right.
state.
In addition to the private sector, and I will talk about the private sector proposals, the government will present 15 mega projects, those that you touched on at the beginning of the program, that are worth 100 billion US dollars. From them, we mentioned the new Suez Canal project and the Golden Triangle, the Safaga and the Al-Qusayr and the Nile Valley town of Ina also. We have the Northwest Coast to El Saloum, from Al Alamein to El Saloum, and we have the plans that including mainly Al Dab'a power plant that they negotiated in the latest visit of the Russian president. And we have the solar, of course, power and desalination stations. If we could touch on that, how important are those 15 mega projects touching on the what you could call the domestic structure or the internal structure of the country, apart from the
All of these projects are mainly aiming in reviving the economy and attracting population outside of the delta. This is what I see. All of them are important, but the idea how we can manage all of this amount of projects in the same time. Okay?
This was going to be my next question to you.
Yeah, this is called
we would have our hands full with
yeah, this is called program management. We need program and portfolio management.
they need finance.
And they need finance. To enable sustainability and continuity, we need proper planning, integrating all of these projects together, because they are in one program, which is reviving the Egyptian economy again. If we look to this project as separate island, this means the continuity or the integration may be lacked. Okay, if we're looking for sustainable development and long-term investment in the country, this means that this project should be integrated together. First, we have problem in the power. So we should focus in providing power station with different technologies like solar, like wind, like different ecosystems, power stations like the sea and so on, like the nuclear power. All of this should be considered. Our side is the infrastructure, which is the road. Imagine if you make a lot of factories in Safaga area on the Red Sea, with no enough roads and no trains. Would it work? It will not be sufficient. If we make roads only, it will not be enough, because you need fast trains. So we need another project which will include a fast train from Suez till Safaga on the Red Sea. So this will support the different harbors on the Red Sea. At the same time, it supports the different factories area and investment area in the east of Eastern Desert. If you look to Al Dab'a area, we are planning to make a nuclear station. This nuclear station was discussed and planned previous to 2008. And actually it was planned during Abdel Nasser and cancelled for different reasons. In 2008, the political situation was different. The economical situation was different. One of the reasons that they selected Dab'a because it is near to the sea, far from the turbulence that can happen from the east, Israel and Sinai and Palestine, and in the same time low population, and in the same time most of the temperature across the year is considered low, which is a requirement for a nuclear station. But now this area is very attractive for tourism, and we are going to make a lot of tourism projects in this area. In the same time, this area is very near to the Libyan border, and still we don't know when it will be stable. So I would recommend a reassessment for the location of the nuclear station. I know that we need it, but I think that this location is not the perfect one now compared to 2008. So we need to revise our.
Do they have the freedom of choosing the location? I mean,
now yes, but if they started building, no, because when you start building something, you change the plan, you lose the course that you have done in this area. So one of the recommendations, why we don't go south near sea area, okay, far from the turbulence and so on. We should be away from intensive population, and we should be near source of water, which is not a drinking water, because in case of contamination or problems happening in this nuclear station, the water will be contaminated. So we need to find another place. This is a recommendation from my side, maybe I'm right or wrong. Working with China to have the new roads to be constructed and to have the fast train is an excellent option, and this should be one of the beginnings, because building factories and new cities without having a proper supply chain of roads, this means creating a problem. If you look to Cairo, Cairo is having almost over 25% of the Egyptian population. Okay, while the Red Sea is much more less. Why? I am one of the Egyptian people who would prefer to live in Hurghada or Sharm el-Sheikh, but if I live there, I will not have enough